we have defined an emergency as any event which threatens the safety of the vessel and/or those on board. In many cases, a well-prepared skipper and crew can cope with troubles at sea or on inland waters without seeking outside assistance. In other cases, calling for help is a necessity. It is important to appreciate what emergencies you might encounter, so that if you are faced with one, you don't panic and you have a plan of action to cope with it. 6 common emergencies are man overboard, fire, collision with another vessel, navigation mark, rock or marine structure, running aground, engine failure, capsize or swamping. The steps you should take after raising the alarm with your crew are: man overboard. First, throw a lifebuoy or another flotation device, such as an inflated fender, to the person in the water. Reduce speed. Appoint someone to be the pointer. It is the pointer's job to continually point their arm at the person in the water. It is vitally important that the pointer does not take their eyes off the person, otherwise he or she may be lost to sight. The helmsman can use the direction of the pointer's arm to help him steer back to the person. Check the direction of the wind and the waves. Turn the boat to come up to the person into the wind, and then turn alongside the person at the last moment. Turn the engine or engines off. Now bring the person on board. Fire. Position the boat to the wind to reduce the draft to the fire. Close any hatches so that the wind does not spread it. Shut off the fuel. Remove any flammable items. Aim the extinguisher at the base of the fire or smother it with a fire blanket, wet blanket or wet towel. After the fire is extinguished, cool the area with water to prevent a flare-up. Collision with another vessel, navigation mark, rock or marine structure. Immediately put the engine or engines into neutral. If someone has been thrown overboard, throw them a flotation device, or if someone is seriously injured, attend to them first. If you're aground or affixed to the other object, check that you're not taking in water. If you are, do not try to move your vessel until you've stemmed the flow. If you cannot stop the flow, or if you cannot break free, call or signal for assistance. Running aground. Immediately put the engine into neutral. The seabed is usually mud or sand, so if you do go aground, it is unlikely that you'll seriously damage your hull. Often you can get your vessel off quickly by using your crew to move their weight to one end of the boat or to one side of the boat. Sometimes raising your engine or leg will set you free. If you cannot get off, check what the tide is doing. If it's coming in, you're in luck and should float free soon. If the tide is going out, you're in for a longer wait. Don't leave the boat. Prepare everyone on board for the weather that you're expecting. In particular, beware of sunburn and dehydration. If it's necessary to stop the boat drifting into danger when it floats free, put out the anchor with a considerable length of chain and rope so that it will be made fast against the wind and tide. Use your marine radio or phone to report your position and situation. Engine failure. The 2 most common reasons for marine engines failing to start are either running out of fuel or a flat battery. If your motor can't be started by hand, the answer in both of these situations is to call for assistance. Before you do so, check that the fuel line and battery leads are properly connected. If your engine will not start for some other reason, check the troubleshooting guide in your engine handbook before calling for help. This may help you to fix the problem yourself. If not, you'll need to seek assistance via radio, phone or flare. Capsize or swamping. Other than overloading, the main reasons for vessels taking in vast quantities of water are big seas or breaking waves. In both these cases, you'd have been aware beforehand that the vessel and crew were facing danger, and everybody should have already been wearing their PFDs or life jackets. Even when the vessel is floundering, it is most important that everyone stays with it. It is far easier for rescuers to find an upturned hull than a bobbing head. If people are in sight, signal for help. If not, set off your EPIRB or a flare.